In prime bid, alternates can be set up in conjunction with the base bid. An alternate is a separate prices bid that is required by the owner to be filled in on a group of sections. It may be as large as the entire bid, or it may be as small as a single section with an individual price. To set up an alternate in prime bid, we'll go to the Alternates menu. We'll select Edit Alternates. When we select this option, a table shows up showing the base bid and name for the base bid in the first row and alternates in the succeeding rows. I'm going to set up a third alternate for this particular bid file called Alternate 3 Electrical Work. This alternate then will have a name that shows up on the summary view, or the name itself, and this was the first cell that I typed into. And it will have a tab name that will display at the bottom of the screen. I will put a shorter tab name in, and I can add more alternates, but when I'm done, I can click the OK button, and an additional tab name will show up at the bottom of the screen. This is kind of like worksheets in Excel, but these worksheets are also linked. So if I'm on the base bid right now, I see the red diamond displaying. If I click on the Alternate 1 tab, I see sections of work for that alternate. If I click on the Alternate 2 tab, I see sections of work for that alternate. When I click on the Alternate 3 tab for the alternate that I just created, there are no sections of work in this alternate, and I could add sections of work manually just like I do in the base bid. Better yet, I can add sections of work by going to the Alternates menu and selecting Replicate Base Bid Sections. This will allow me to pick from the existing sections that are in the base bid, which may have already had the numbers customized for the sections and the descriptions of the sections customized as well. When I go to the bottom of the screen, I'll see sections for electrical and temporary electric. When I click on these, then they will be available to be duplicated or replicated into this alternate. I can select one or more. I can select all of the sections by clicking on the header, or I can click the Select All button, in which case they will all be selected from the list and replicated. It's a very rapid process. Now, I need to be careful if I already have sections in the alternate that I don't create a duplicate. So I do have a question box down here that asks me, what do I want to do if there is a duplicate section? In this case, it's a brand new alternate. There are no sections in it yet. I can click on the Replicate button, and it's going to add 2 sections of work that I had selected from the base bid into the alternate. I'll click OK. And those sections of work came in with the category cost totals that were set up in the base bid. These section prices for subcontractor can be modified and changed so that they fit the alternate specifically. In this case, I changed the subcontractor totals, and now I can maneuver these sections around and use them in conjunction with the matrices. In the matrices view, I see that there are no matrices with sections for the current alternate Alt 3 electrical. When I go to the Matrices menu, pick the Edit Matrices window, I will get the ability to edit the electrical matrix, which is already in the base bid and potentially in some of the alternates, and assign Alternate 3 electrical sections of work to the electrical matrix. I'll drop down the matrix name, go to the bottom, select 16.0 electrical. I see that there are sections set up for the base bid. If I drop down the alternate to add sections to, I will see the list of alternates. I will pick Alternate 3 electrical. And now when I perform the Add New Sections, I will get the list of sections that are currently in Alternate 3. Here I can click on the subcontractor total for electrical and for temporary electric, highlighting them, accepting, and that will add those sections to alternate 3 in the electrical matrix. This means that alternate 3 electrical matrix is now linked to the base bid electrical matrix. The list of bidders will show up in the matrix itself when I go there. So now I see that there is one matrix by the tab name on the top of the sheet for the alternate 3. It is the electrical matrix. And if I click back on the base bid, what I'll see is the same list of vendors in the alternate that are in the base bid, and these are connected. When I go to put a bid in from a subcontractor, they will give me perhaps a base bid number, an alternate 1 number, and an alternate 3 number. I can add those all at the same time, and then those alternates are linked to that base bid. Later on, if I decide to force the low base bidder's alternate bids in the alternates, the system will take Totem's alternate bids and force them in. So the matrices are linked from the base bid to the alternates so that we can do the alternates analysis. Another element of the setup on the alternate that we can perform is setting up the summary view. When I go to the summary view and click on Alt 3, I have no add-ons set up, and I would like to copy or replicate the add-ons, the indirect costs, bid markups, bonding and insurance costs, from the base bid into this particular alternate. I have this particular alternate highlighted or selected. Now I'm going to go to the alternates menu and select replicate base bid add-ons. That will allow me to replicate them. It asks me, what do you want to do with a duplicate? There currently are no add-ons, but if there was, these actions would be taken. I'll click OK, and I find that 5 add-ons were replicated from the base bid over into this alternate. So during this process, if I'm going to set up 8 new alternates in the Edit Alternates window, I would then go through the process of copying or replicating the sections for each of the alternates from the base bid one at a time, 1 through 8. I would set up the summary view for 1 through 8, and I would go in and link the appropriate matrices from the base bid to the alternates. Each alternate has its own costs, pricing, add-ons, and if I wanted to do a 3% overhead and profit on this particular alternate, I can do that. All the alternate total bid prices are shown in the tabular window. As a result of setting these up, I can see what the bid totals are for the base bid and the alternates and bid my job appropriately. Alternates are easy to set up in PrimeBid. They're useful. You don't have to use another piece of software. You don't have to do them on the side. And multiple users who are working together in PrimeBid can put in the base bids and alternate bids for the matrices that they have the editing privileges for. This allows them to focus on all the aspects of electrical or all the aspects of mechanical, and to help the bid come out complete and trustworthy. Of course, you're looking for the best number that you can possibly come up with.